Hello everyone and welcome back to Teach Astronomy. My name is Victoria, but you can call me Vicky, but today, at least for now, you can call me Kai, because that might change. But this is D&D in space, and today the stakes are high. The adventure is scary. The fight is brutal. I might die. Team party kill? Not off the table. I'm gonna pass it off to Grant so he can explain what fucking mess he has gotten us into and set the scene for today.
I've gotten you into?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Blame it on the DM.
I saw a relevant tweet that I will send you later.
Okay, well, hi everybody. Welcome back to the stream where all sorts of chaos and shenanigans are happening. This is, of course, the Endurance campaign where everyone is a red shirt from the colony ship Endurance investigating the far reaches of outer space. Today on Spaceball Endurance Z, we are fighting in an arena. And all sorts of bad things have happened, and we're about to start a new round with Kypris completely unconscious. And yes, I just used her full name. We had a full conversation.
We had a conversation about this. I told Grant that so as I always say as I start these streams, my name's Victoria, but you can call me Vicky, because almost no one that knows me in my real life calls me Victoria. And whenever I do get called Victoria, it elicits an emotion. It's not a bad one, but it is a feeling, and it's usually used for things that are, like, important. And I was like, I need you to know that when you say Kypris instead of Kai, it's the same thing. It, like, triggers the same feeling. And he's like, okay, I'll use that. So, it's important today.
While we're on that subject, I'm going to have everybody go around and introduce their characters who may or may not be around for much longer. We will see.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, I guess I'll start. Hi, Kai. That's my name. And I have pink hair, but you can't tell because I'm unconscious, and therefore I am grayscale. I am the team's pilot. I'm an heirloom human. I am also the commander of Team Dawn's Horizon, at least for now. And I am currently unconscious because, as I'm going to continue calling it, the bird tar kicked me. And it kicked me so hard, it might have killed me. And it's not looking great. But,
My God, Fran.
Jeez. We discovered the filters for Zoom, which is why grayscale. Grant's gonna use that for evil. Amanda and McKenna.
Okay, my name's Erebos, but I go by Airy, and I'm your psionic warrior elf. I'm a security officer, and things are getting very stressful for me. Don't know how I'm gonna react to all of this. Bad memories, good times.
I am McKenna, as Vicky said, and I am playing the fun-loving, dim-witted tank of the group. Name's Brick. I was the other security officer that has been awoken during the events of the Dawn's Horizon. And yeah, no, we're fine. We're cool. We're chilling. No sweat whatsoever here. We're gonna be fine, guys. We got this.
Say it in Brick's voice or something.
We're good. Okay?
And Kyle.
And I'm Kyle, and since this is the only thing I do on here, you can just always call me Lee.
Yeah.
For now.
True.
Oh, except that we're gonna... Never mind. I'm
What?
Leif.
What are we gonna do?
He's referring to the evil plan after this particular mission wraps up.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll talk about
Evil
that.
plans. In other words, talking about a mission in between missions that doesn't have anything to do with any of these characters. It's great. We'll tell you about it more later.
But for now, I'm
So-
Leif. I'm your psionic adept hacker elf. Who really likes pressing buttons and adopting every weird critter that we come across, including, thus far, Wonder the Space Weasel, sorry, the Acheron Attack Hound, let's see, Bessie, the no longer homicidal, we think, alien AI subroutine, and possibly 2 alien spider things.
No.
Nah.
I'm gonna say
Forgot about those.
I'm gonna say
All
no
about
on
it.
that one. Well, I can't because I'm dead. Maybe.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
I got you, Kai.
Ari would know what I wanted,
I know what you want.
and it's
We're
not the
gonna
spiders.
hear-
We'll name one of them Kyprus.
Oh my god. No,
And
that's not how I want to be remembered.
And I am, of course, Grant, also known as the killer of characters, and I am your GM, which means I am literally everybody else. So,
Including Wonder the Space Weasel.
yes, quite often. So, that being said, I think it's time to kind of return exactly where we were. So, Vicky, when you are ready,
Yeah.
we can share the screen.
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, share.
Let me move us when it loads. He. Okay.
Alrighty, and where we left off was at the top of a new round. So, where things are at, there are 2 large objects emerging from the sand on either side of the arena. The main group of the party is kind of circled over here, sort of taking on a whole bunch of corrupted Trakens, corrupted who-know-whatsits, the essentially, I'm calling them Centaurminators because I think that's hilarious, personally. A bunch of corrupted Trakens as well, and then, of course, a token corrupted Alician, who has a friend, kind of invisible in the wings somewhere. We'll see what happens there eventually. And, of course, to the south, we have Rick, who bulldozed his way over here to try and save Kai, and Kai, who is currently unconscious, bleeding out after her last turn.
Yeah.
So,
Sick.
that being said, now that we are at the top of the order again,
Wait.
yes,
We have battle music today and other music. Please, we are trying a new thing. We're doing a different way that we're so our group can actually hear the music as well as the audience. Please tell us if the balance of the audio is not great, because we want you guys to be able to hear what's going on. But also, we have fun music, so without further ado, it's quite quiet
Alright.
in the beginning, but it'll get louder.
so we're back to the top of the order, and technically it's a tie between Ahmad and the corrupted Alicians. Ahmad is going to take his first step, and Ahmad immediately stops channeling the power immobility, moves over here, and uses Energy Bolt to attack this corrupted Traken and the corrupted Traken who's currently tying up Brick. Neither one of them saves, which means...
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay, that's 9, that's 13. Each take 14 points of damage. They are both dead.
Awesome.
Well,
Wow.
Thank God.
Ahmad's
Regenify.
finally doing something.
Ahmad needs to come through.
let's see. What else does Ahmad do? That's pretty much all Ahmad can do on their turn. However, this Alician is next. They walk over.
Come on.
Mercy.
And use the power stomp. It automatically hits
On
Kai,
me? Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I was adjusting music. Oh, okay.
because Kai cannot make a reflex save.
Yeah, because I'm unconscious.
Yes. Brick, please make a reflex save for me.
11.
11. Okay, you take 1d4 points of damage and you are knocked prone.
Okay.
That's 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And
Grant?
Kai. Yes. All of you hear the resounding sound of just a thunderclap through the room. And as you glance over, you see Kai just lifelessly get thrown to the side. And she doesn't move. Kai, you are officially dead.
Okay.
What?
All right. And
Okay.
the other Alician.
He's like, and
reappears.
we'll just continue. Should I just go?
Grant.
Should I leave the call? Should I just quit teach astronomy, my guys?
We've got plans. Don't worry. Don't delete your character sheet or anything like that, please. For the love of all that is holy.
It's on Google Drive. I don't think I can delete it.
No, it means if you delete it, we all lose access.
No, because Grant made it.
It'll be fine.
And that's not what matters right now.
It's not what matters right now. I'm trying to distract myself.
What just happened? What the?
This other corrupted Alician focuses on Wonder and begins to use matter agitation. Wonder takes 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Should be mentioned, I've had a whole week to plan my revenge. Okay, now.
On me. What did I do to you? Grant?
Absolutely nothing.
Me, as a person in real life, what did I do to you? To deserve this?
Absolutely nothing. I am doing what the NPCs would do. Speaking of which, this would be Kai's turn.
It would. What happens
And that being
now?
said, I have a plan. Kai, Vicky, you mentioned you had a series of memories for Kai.
I do.
Go ahead and do whatever you were going to do to select one.
Okay. So originally my plan was, because I thought I wasn't going to be fucking stomped to death instantly, and that I would have a chance to do death saves. Lynn Jersey, Grant, I am watching.
It might be.
Mama's gonna get you.
It's the risk of being a DM, okay?
Okay, so originally the plan was that when I was doing death saves, which normally you roll a d20, and if you get like 1 to 10, it's a fail. Well, 1 is two fails. And 11 to 19 is a success. 20 is 2 successes. But that's not something that's happening right now. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna roll a die. It's an 8.
Okay.
Okay. Is this? Am I taking the wheel here?
Yes.
Excellent.
What is
One
Kai
moment.
remembering?
One moment.
in
I gotta find the right song. Haha.
I'm stressed.
Me too. All right. I don't know if you'd like to. Grant is hiding. 'Cause he knows I'm mad at him. Okay. So. Would you like to paint the picture of where Kai is in remembering this? I guess not. I guess it's just at a nothing space, a void space.
Yeah, you're not aware of exactly what's happening. It's just darkness.
Okay.
But
So,
in the darkness, memories begin playing.
great. And Kai, the whole idea of like flashing, your life flashing before your eyes starts to happen. And it settles on one image. There's a lot of brief flashes, but the first flash is a conversation that she had with Zen back when she was at home, her home of New Corinth. And she and him had met up on, I think it was Zen's submarine, because Zen was semi in hiding. And we had to meet, it was a clandestine type of meeting, couldn't be found, and some information had just been given to Kai that basically meant if she didn't get off planet really fast, things were going to go really bad. And so there's a flash of that conversation and then saying, you should go. And then another flash, and she is on a ship looking out the window. The ship is called the Hawthorne. A ship that she is basically stowed away in, and has not been found yet, I don't think. Or maybe what has been found. I can't remember. But
No, she bought her way on board.
she bought her way. That's right. So a ship that's not meant for passengers, but that she bought her way on board. And she is looking out the window at the only place she has ever known to be home. She is, I believe, 15 at this time. A teenager, 15 or 16, and leaving everything to try to save the planet that she was intended to take over one day.
And with those
That's it. Yeah.
mixed feelings that Kai is no doubt remembering, she finds herself drawn out of this memory into another scene entirely. You recognize it as the sunroom in your home. This palatial, almost gaudy place, but this was the one room that was actually cozy. And Kai, you are standing as if you just walked in. You're probably a little confused around the edges. You look at yourself, you have your uniform on, it's a little dusty, a little beaten up. It's got, claw marks from where the corrupted Traken got you. And after a moment, your eyes come to rest on a chair, an old armchair, one that you spent many afternoons just lounging in, reading a book or two. And someone's seated there. She glances over her shoulder, stands up, comes around the end of the chair, and smiles warmly, and says, "Well, Kypris. Oh, forgive me, you prefer Kai. I never thought we'd meet." And for a moment, it takes you hesitate because you're having trouble immediately recognizing her face. But then it clicks. This is Maliana.
Yeah.
And she says, "Take a seat. We should chat for a few minutes."
Okay. And Kai sits down, probably very disorientedly. And just takes her in, I think. Because she never expected, she says, "I never expected to see you either, although I guess part of me..." Wait. You're dead. Am I...
Very possibly, yes. And that's where that scene breaks, because we are back in the arena. It is now Leaf's turn. Leaf, you are
It's gonna be a hard cut there for music, sorry.
about 20 meters away from this button that Ari has been raising you to reach. All of a sudden, for whatever reason, and I'll let you make a spot check if you want to try and determine what the hell is going on, but all of a sudden you just shoot up so much faster than you were moving before. You can now practically reach out and grab a button.
I didn't roll great on my spot check. It's a 7.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really see anything. You're kind of focused on the button. You are able to read some of the controls now.
Yeah, what does it say?
One says lights. Another says
Also, I do reach out and grab it.
okay. Another says ground floor door control. There is cage 1, or cage elevator 1, and cage elevator 2.
Which I'm assuming are the ones I hit initially.
It would seem so.
I'm going to hit both of those again.
Okay. The rumbling and the movement of the gates immediately stops. Anything else you would like to do?
How high off the ground am I?
You're about 40 meters off the ground right now. You're pretty high up there.
The thing that attacked Wonder,
Yes.
do I have line of sight to it?
Oh, you have line of sight to anything you want to have line of sight to right now.
I'm currently still invisible.
Hmm.
And I'm debating how upset I am at these various critters. Because I assume I also saw Kai get taken off to one side and stomped on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you had probably the best seat in the house for that one.
Give me just one sec.
You just saw your best friend die. How do you feel about that, Leaf?
Yeah, actually, can you zoom out slightly so I can see where things are for targeting purposes?
Of course.
And Brick is currently on the ground being attacked.
Yes, he got knocked around a little bit by that stomp as well.
We're gonna start with the ones near Kai.
Okay.
And
I was muted for a second on stream. I'm just a dead body now. I don't know why you're worried.
Oh, I can flip Kai around. Okay, cool.
It's like when a storefront goes out and you need to show that, like, there's not a restaurant here anymore. The restaurant's soul has left the building. This is just the body of a restaurant now.
So we know these things don't like fire, as most things tend not to. And I believe we've also tried electricity, and they were not huge fans of that. Am I remembering correctly? It's been a few weeks.
Ahmad's certainly done a number with that electricity bolt that he's throwing all over the place.
Why mess with what works? So how many of these things can I actually use at once? 5 creatures. So actually, we're gonna go with the ones towards the middle-ish because that also requires slightly less fudging of the range rules, because I can 100% hit all of those ones since I have a range of like 50 something meters. And we're gonna go with the.
I will say the ones that are a little off kilter, they are currently prone. So if there's a if there's a save or anything, I will make them automatically fail. Just so you're aware.
Well, 2 of those were already on my list, so
Okay, good.
I'm gonna go with yeah, we'll go with those 3, plus the one right next to Wonder, and the one closest to that grouping that's next to Airy.
And this one right here.
Yes.
All right.
And I'm going to spend an extra 2 power points to actually, how are these creatures looking from way up here?
Let me double check, because I almost forgot to. The 2 things that are knocked prone, they're looking pretty rough right now. The corrupted Trakens with the... Out of the corrupted Trakens who are currently on the field, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's looking the roughest at the moment. All of the others are looking pretty much untouched.
We'll go with the ones I was targeting. And we're gonna go with the extra 2 power points, which ups this to 5d6. uh, of electricity damage. And keeping in mind I'm invisible, which means none of them really see this coming.
Okay.
Get 'em.
Although I am immediately visible as soon as it actually hits them.
Okay. And what's the save? Is it reflex or?
It is a. Let me get this right. It is.
Or is it a non-save?
Is it so high
It
that
is.
they can't save?
It's a DC 26 reflex save.
Well, let's see if they do.
Iconic.
I will also impose disadvantage because they definitely don't see it coming. Oh,
And the ones that are prone automatically fail because reflex save.
yes. That's a no. That's a no. Oh, ooh. If it wasn't disadvantage, that one would have made it. Okay, they all get the full brunt of it.
Get him.
Okay.
Get him, Kyle.
Holy.
So,
For me. Avenge me.
Ooh, come back here, orange dice.
I would like
need
to say
you.
for the record that Leaf really does not like violence. He's fine being around it, but Leaf does not like attacking people.
And he's about to murder like 6 people at a time.
Well, he'd like it to be as brief an experience as possible. Okay, so that is 18.
Okay.
Do you want me
Good.
to roll for each of them, or do you want
No.
me to just let it ride?
Nope.
Excellent.
Nice.
Nope.
Excellent. 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 Excellent.
So for those who would be able to see this, Leaf just pops back into existence and launches 5 bolts of psionic energy at these things, and they just disintegrate every single creature that they touch. All right. Is that all for Leaf's turn?
Are you gonna say anything cool?
Um,
Gotta say something cool.
hmm.
You don't have to.
I think Leaf is honestly just like, I float away for 2 minutes. Not even.
Okay.
Ari, you could let me down now.
Harry doesn't respond for some reason.
Oh no.
All right. That means if Leaf is done with his turn.
I am holding on to this thing, actually, no, I'm gonna clip myself to it. I'm gonna tug on it. Like, how
Okay.
sturdy is this?
It is not budging. Actually, as you get your hands around it, you notice that there's a button on the back that when you turn it around, it reads elevation control, and it seems to slide back and forth.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I actually just am going to clip myself to this thing.
Okay, using the carabiner that you no doubt have attached to your suit. All right.
So that if Ari gets distracted and I don't know if the spell ends or something, I don't fall to my death.
Okay, sounds good.
Good safety.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which,
We don't need more people to die today.
it is Aries' turn.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, are we
Okay.
doing the thing?
Yes, we are. I am inviting a friend.
Okay. So, those of you who are still conscious, who are still here, all of a sudden you just hear the sound of electricity as the crystals that have been floating around Aries' head just go rigid and start burning with raw psionic power. Then that power begins to arc between them. Aries themselves goes rigid, begins to float slowly into the air, and then they are swallowed by darkness. When it recedes, it looks like flames made of shadow are just licking up from their limbs. They return to the ground, stretch, and say,
Ah, how refreshing. Nothing like the taste of pain in the morning, I guess. Huh, it doesn't matter. I'm here now, and I'm ready to cause some trouble.
It's closer to midday. You hear from far above you.
Just for the record, just pretend that was Erebos from Dragon Prince, okay? I tried my best. Not a professional voice actor. Anyway.
Leaf.
I am so upset that I'm missing this.
Oh,
No,
it'll be fine. I'm sure you'll see it again. Leaf,
I'm dead anyway.
As soon as you hear that voice, you just fall, and if it weren't for that carabiner, you would have fallen all the way to the ground. So you now are dangling 40 meters in the air from a alien control panel.
For the record, I did not know this was gonna happen.
As you were doing it, I was keeping my lips shut. I was like, oh.
But I am so glad that I did.
So, Amanda, what would Aries' friend like to do?
What would Aries' friend like to do?
You are currently within reach of one of these Trakens if you would like to do a thing.
Yeah, I definitely would like to exercise my iron grip on the Traken right in front of me.
Okay. I'll make this a modified version of this power. Go ahead and roll a grapple check, and I'm gonna say you get let's make it +4 +2. Let's make it.
That's gamble.
Go ahead and roll the dice and add 19 to it.
Okay, which dice? Sorry.
I saw that reaction, Kyle.
You tried to
add
kill me.
Yes.
24.
You beat the Traken. What used to be Airy reaches out a single hand wreathed in darkness, grabs it by the neck, lifts it into the air, and all of a sudden you just hear crunch. And it disintegrates into dust.
Whoa.
Not Airy, you have another action this turn if you would like to use it.
So that Traken, alright. The entity would just kind of laugh at the action that they've just completed. Which one's next? And I think I'm gonna go ahead and maybe just stomp these two guys prone.
Okay. They attempt to resist. One fails completely, so I'm going to say they take double damage. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Let's see. Let me look up Stomp on this character sheet. Go ahead and roll 3d4 damage for me.
Okay. Wow, really? 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Not bad.
yeah, you're
this
right. I
one-
forgot.
this one gets knocked flying and is prone and looks really rough. This one gets knocked a little bit not as far back and is looking kind of... Actually, no. This one's just straight up dead because it already took damage.
Nice.
Okay, that is Aries' friend's turn. Next up, we have Wonder. Wonder just had every target around her just get deleted by her best friend. What would you like Wonder to do, Leaf?
I'm going to sick Wonder on the one over there. Like,
Or
yeah,
Traken or Alician?
the Elysian.
Okay, Wonder's off. Make whatever attack rolls you want to make with Wonder.
And Wonder's going to try and tackle the Traken. Is this a corrupted Traken or a regular one?
You mean the Alician?
I meant Elysian.
Alician. This is a corrupted Alician. They do not look healthy.
Gator.
Yeah, I think Wonder's going to try and sink her claws into its chest or whatever passes for a chest and like grapple it with claws.
Okay. Here's another thing. Did I ever give you an actual grapple check for
You did.
Wonder? Okay. Go ahead and roll grapple for me. It will attempt to resist. I say attempt because this ain't its strong suit.
23.
Oh yeah, that works. Okay, Wonder officially has this thing pinned. I'm just gonna put Wonder on top. I'd say Wonder has a free attack.
Yes,
for
and
trouble.
and then Wonder's going to kind of, having gripped her claws into it, is going to like rip one of them down through.
I'm gonna say that automatically hits. Go ahead and roll a critical damage claw attack.
Okay, which is
We're doing a lot better now that I'm dead.
you told us to avenge you.
That's true.
We're very motivated.
I was thinking about this for about a week, and I was like, man, what was Kai's last line? Because it wasn't a good one. It was probably like nothing. And I'm pissed.
That's 8.
8. Okay, it's.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's hurting. It's not bloodied yet, though. This is the one that ended up not taking any damage. The one that.
That is also the one that used matter agitation, correct?
Correct.
Which means it has to make a con save for concentration.
Oh, it fails. Wonder is free from matter agitation. Wonder is very mad right now.
You're such a good girl.
Okay. So with Wonder done, because I think that's all of Wonder's actions.
Yes.
It is now Satsi's turn, and Satsi was facing the complete opposite direction of what happened with Kai.
That's good. I'm glad. For her mental health, I'm glad.
But she turns around.
Oh no.
initially focuses on Eri, who's gone
Super Saiyan.
darkness mode for some reason. Doesn't have a good reaction to that, but then she looks farther out and sees just Kai. And you've never heard Satsi make a sound, but she lets out a just scream. And run and immediately just starts charging in that direction.
No. I feel bad.
And that is essentially her turn. She has a lot of ground to cover. Rick.
Yep.
It's your turn.
Yep.
Eat up, Breek. Don't get squished, Breek.
So, firstly, I will use one of my attacks to try and grapple the corrupted Elysian. As a part of that attack, I activate one of my fucking things that he cannot add his strength against in a grapple check made against me, so let's have fun.
What happened?
What'd you get? Oh, you got a 1? Okay, I rolled.
Didn't matter.
horribly anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Cool. So that is one of my attack actions. I will then, with the same gloved hand that has my gauntlet. Hold on, let's see if this hits first before I describe it.
Well, if you're doing grapple, it's technically a helpless opponent, isn't it? I'd also say with a 1, it could be prone if you wanted to. You could
That's up to you.
I'd say with a 1, you can auto hit on this one.
Okay, cool. So Brick grabs it, still prone by the way, just rolls over with the same fist that his plasma gauntlet is on and slams it into the ground, activating the gauntlet. So it's 13 damage unless it's an auto crit.
I'm gonna say it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that Elysian just shrivels into ash.
Cool.
Nice.
I will get up for what is that? Half my movement.
I've been making it pretty much your move action, but it means you are no longer prone.
Okay. Jesus.
Have you used your tattoo yet?
I have not, but I believe
That means that you could potentially use the psionic blaster thing and have a power source for it.
I don't have that on me. Harry has that.
Oh.
And
Never
Eri,
mind then.
and Eri's currently darkness mode.
Aries not
Yeah.
Airy right now.
I do have.
Just call him the entity.
Aries not
do have
home.
my gun. Yeah, Brick gets up to like one knee and pulls out. Like, can I take 2 more attacks as my extra action since we're
Sure.
iffy about that?
I'll let you do that.
Okay, yeah,
I'm gonna say Brick's especially motivated right now.
I would assume. Yeah, I'll just take 2 shots at. I'll start at that.
I've never motivated my team better than when I just died.
You should die more often.
Yeah, really.
Kidding. Arian's I'm not having fun.
Does a 13 hit?
A 15?
A 13.
13. Let me double check. I don't think it does.
Roll
No, it just misses.
2 2s in a row. Cool.
Okay. That means it is the Tracken's turn. This Tracken, both of these Trackens just come at you and make their attack rolls. That is a math. That is a 21 and a 20.
20 misses.
Okay, so 21, they do 5 points of damage as they just claw you.
Okay.
And then this Tracken over here, heals off and goes after Satsi. And attempts to trip her and fails. It misses as she's just charging by.
Excellent.
Okay. We're back at the top of the order. Ahmad does a thing. Ahmad glances up at you, Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And points at you and then gestures at a space next to them. And you get the sense they are asking if you are willing for them to do something.
Yeah.
Okay. They reach out.
Leaf gives an okay gesture.
Okay. They reach out. Their hand glows a bright blue, and all of a sudden, you are on the floor right next to them.
Did you
I
unhook
see.
the carabiner?
And you actually realize that the control button came with you.
Nice.
There are no sparks. It just looks like it was attached by a metal cable.
Amazing.
Oh, cool. Remind me what the buttons were. I've already forgotten.
It was ground floor doors, lights, cage elevator 1, cage elevator 2, and then altitude adjustment.
Which I'm assuming no longer really does anything. Now that I'm on the ground, can I see what's in those 2 cages?
Make me a spot check.
Because the cages hit ground level.
Yeah, and they're actually beginning. That was a 15?
16.
16. Yeah, inside one cage you see it's really dark, really shadowy, but there is a very large shape in there, and the majority of it is kind of curled up, but it seems to be
A dragon. This is a dungeon. In Dungeons and Dragons, there's a dragon.
it seems to be propped up on one limb, just looking out at what's going on as this elevator begins to sink back into the sand.
Bye.
Okay. It's not my turn, so I can't really do anything.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the next thing Ahmad does. What is Ahmad gonna do? Ahmad turns to the corrupted Tracken that tried to go for Satsi and uses another action, or another power, and all of a sudden, you just see the expression on this Tracken's face get screwed up in pain, and then it just collapses and dies. That is Ahmad's turn. This corrupted Alician is going to try and escape Wonder. Let's do a strength contest. It's not going to be much of one.
Actually, roll that on something that's flat. Wonder's a little distracted.
Oh.
Is this just straight strength modifier?
Yes. It's a strength contest.
That's a 9.
Okay, well, it actually kind of manages to wriggle free of wonder. And it's going to use Stomp, so have Wonder make a reflex save for me.
That's gonna go well. Ouch. That's a 9.
Okay. And Wonder takes 3 points of damage and is knocked backward and prone.
Puppy.
Okay. Next up, we're back with Kai.
Okay.
Roll me another memory roll, please.
Okay. Oh, okay. Got a 15. All right, hold on. I'm gonna combine two.
Okay.
Because this is my memory, god damn it. Okay, sorry everybody. Just finding some music really quick to make you all cry. Haha, just kidding. It won't. I'm not gonna die, right? Maybe?
Hang on, where's the filter?
Oh, the sunglasses? Stupid. Stupid. Alright. So, Kai is back. So, I guess she sits down and then has that little, like, moment of, oh my god. And then her mind starts doing the thing that minds do when you realize that you're dead, I guess. And she's back in flashbacks. And this time, she is suddenly back in that ship, the Hawthorne. But it's a very different feeling this time, because instead of looking down at her home planet leaving slowly, she is looking at the Earth approaching. And it's been several years, and she is finally on the end of this journey, and I think she's feeling terrified, but also excited and confused. And then her captain comes over, and she feels a hand on her shoulder, and her captain says, "You're gonna do great." And then it flashes forward, and she's in the middle of, I don't know if New York City still exists in the world that we left as far as Earth, but in a city, a big city.
Okay, it could be New York. It's surprisingly clean in this time period.
Great, I love it. She's in New York, and it's a bigger city than she's ever been in before, and it's exciting and it's terrifying, and she's feeling a lot of emotions, and she sees a flyer. Not a flyer. It's probably more of like like a digital billboard sort of thing. And it says, "Join the Endurance," and, expand mankind's reach into the cosmos. And there's like a phone number or whatever kind of contact information we have now, and an address. And for some reason, that sticks with her. And then it flashes forward again, and she's in the office of who she would later know as Major Darcy, her friend Darcy, shaking his hand, and he's saying, "Welcome to the team." And she's feeling something she's never felt before, which is like purpose, I guess.
And on that thought, Kai, you are almost wrenched back into the room you just left. You are seated in one of those comfy armchairs that you probably fell asleep in many times during your youth. And someone just handed you a cup of tea. And you look up, and Maliana takes a seat in the chair next to you. What do you do?
I I think I just like take a breath. But I don't know if that's a feeling that exists
Breathe.
anymore.
Breathe. You're okay.
I don't think I am okay. I think that's pretty well established that I'm not okay.
You
Right?
you don't know when she got up, but suddenly she's standing next to you, and her hand is on your shoulder, and she says, "Relax. Breathe. I promise you, your friends have everything in hand."
But I'm their captain. I left and I died. I just died in front of them. Satsy's whole thing is gonna be ruined.
Kai, what about you?
What about me?
Everything you just said is about others. What about you?
I don't know. I'm dead. Does it matter?
It always matters, Kai. Again, she moves, and you're not entirely sure when she did. She's leaning against the windowsill in front of you, and indicates with her teacup the two doors that you know are behind you. And she says, "You don't have to make the choice right this instant. I would love for a chance to get to know you. After all, you carry me with you everywhere you go. But if you choose, whenever you're ready, either one of those doors will take you where you want to go. Be it the beyond, should you choose, or, as I've been told by a benefactor, right back where you were. But please stay for just a few moments."
Okay, she like looks over her shoulder. Look, I would really love to talk, but I'm afraid that I don't know how good of a leader I am, and I don't know how good of a shot I am, but at least one extra body might help make sure that no one else dies. Are you omniscient? Do you, like, know things? Are they okay?
They are fine.
You sure?
Yes.
All right, fine.
And we're back into the combat turn. So next up is going to be, let's see here. Yes, it's Leaf. Leaf, what you gonna do? Your environment is somewhat less target rich than it used to be. However, you do still have targets should you choose to use them.
Also, Lynn Jersey, you posted the emote in a moment that was very heavy, and I know that was just because there was a little bit of a delay. Fucking excellent little cat with the sunglasses. Really lighten the mood. We're getting sad here.
Sad boy hours.
Sad boy hours.
How is everyone looking?
I can tell you how guys looking.
Brick is by sheer technicality bloodied. He's half.
Satsi is definitely bloodied, but she doesn't look like she cares. Ari,
Can't say anything.
I'm chilling, man.
Harry is a being of pure malice right now.
Ari is not chill, but the entity's fine.
yeah. Whatever it is that Ari is right now is
Happy.
looking quite hardy.
Ari, you good?
Give me one moment.
That is way too casual.
Do you actually say that?
Yes, exactly like that.
Amazing.
The entity would just kind of turn to you and be like, "Who? Oh, Erebos. Don't you worry about them."
I wasn't until just now. Cool. We will deal with that later. Nice to meet you.
This is the best episode we've ever had. I'm saying it now. I'm calling it now. This is our best episode.
Agreed.
Unmatchable.
Lovely, I'm sure. One moment, please. And the gates.
Yes.
So the gates had started to open.
For the giant containers,
The giant
yes.
containers, but the gates are closing as the things are sinking down.
Correct.
Are these like grating type things, or are they like solid?
They are gratings. Yes.
How hostile do the things in there seem?
At the moment, they haven't made a single move, except to sit up and watch.
And okay, and the doors are presumably the things that all these creatures came through. How far am I from the corrupted Kraken that's just kind of off on its own?
This guy over here?
Yep.
I'd say you're about 20 meters.
Oh. Your screen share did something for just a second. It just blipped
did.
black, just for a second. Just blipped black. But you're good. You're
That
good.
was weird.
Yeah.
What would Leaf do? This is the hard question. What would Leaf do?
WWLD. What would Leaf do?
Right?
Get that on a little wristband.
Because Leaf will fight to protect his friends, but he's not necessarily going to just go pick a fight with something that could grind him into paste.
Smart. Different from me.
But he will go fight to protect his friends. So, yeah, I think Leaf's gonna go run over in the direction of Satsi, Brick, and Kai.
All right.
And where these two things, the corrupted Krakens, what kind of state are they in?
They both seem to be full health.
The emojis.
Yes.
They're good. They're good.
Now
I think we're not gonna try explosives again.
That worked out so well last time.
Can I make it all the way to them?
If you run.
And that means I just get one less action? Or is that the full round?
I've been running it as full round this whole time. When you go up to a run.
How far do I have to move to be in throwing distance?
I mean, it depends what you're throwing, really. What are you wanting to throw at them?
I want to throw my blob of a multi-tool at them.
You could definitely hit from here.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my blob of a multi-tool at the one closest to me.
Okay.
With instructions to turn itself into a nice little choker.
Okay.
And
Turns out this is the one that was kind of bruised and beaten up from before. It's the one that led all of its friends here. So, okay, yeah, go for it.
And then fit itself to a couple sizes too small.
Dang, that's brutal.
Wow.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I love that.
What am I adding to this? I don't make attack rolls very often.
It's your dexterity plus your base attack bonus. Hi, sweetie. Oh, good kitty. I'm a proper Bond villain. I have
Base
a cat
attack
to
is
pet.
4, so that is 18.
Oh, that hits. Okay, you pull off your multi-tool, throw it, and midair it just becomes gooified. Thankfully, Kai is not here to see, in horror, this thing she absolutely hates do this. But it's gooified, then hits the Traken on the back of the neck. It morphs for a second, solidifies, and you just start seeing it tighten. And the Traken, it's not going to matter for very long, but it does try a fortitude save to resist being choked. That does not work. It is now suffocating.
I can't with the emojis today. It's good.
I love it.
It's really funny.
Okay, so this Traken's on borrowed time. Anything else Leaf wants to do?
I'm going to pull out. Where is it? I know I have it in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull out my first aid kit and start kind of running through it, just to see if there's anything I can find of use for Kai.
If there's anything that can resurrect someone from death.
Yeah! Leaf is frantically trying to remember how CPR works.
Oh.
You start looking through it, and you will find stuff that's useful for helping people who are dazed, who are unconscious, stunned. You find stuff to help with basic wounds, but there is nothing in there in this basic first aid kit.
Where is the magic alien regeneration serum when you need it? I left it on the ship.
It might be in my backpack. I did pick something up. And I thought about taking it, but I have not had the chance.
Does Leaf know that?
You guys saw me pick it up.
I'd say you probably saw Kai pick up a mysterious satchel of something.
Maybe we should have used that.
Leaf voices his disgust with the lack of miracle cures in this basic first aid kit that I think he actually picked up on an alien planet.
You stole it from Beta and Delta team in the first mission.
Incredible.
So it's still got like property of Beta and Delta team on it. Anyway.
I think this is actually the one I stole from the Mardum base.
I know you guys stole multiple first aid kits
Blame
over the course
the
of your
Mardum.
adventures.
That's a slippery slope.
Eris, you're thinking of the one that Eris stole.
True. Okay.
I don't know why I still know this.
All right. So is that it for Leaf's turn?
Yep.
Okay. That means it is they who were previously Airy.
It's like when Prince changed his name to a symbol. The artist formerly known as Prince.
What would they like to do?
They would like to. Can you zoom back out a bit?
Yes. I was in a different window. Yes.
That's okay. I am going to dimensional slide to the front of the two corrupted Trakens.
You're gonna what?
These two?
Dimensional slide to the front of the two corrupted Trakens.
Is that the new electric?
So what you see?
I can instantly teleport anywhere I want in the mind line of sight.
Whoa.
So what you see is this being look over at the two corrupted Trakens over here. Then a rift opens up in front of them. They step through it, and immediately another rift opens over here, and they just step out. What are they going to do?
As they step through, he's just gonna like chuckle and be like, child's play, and reach out for both of my actions, reach out my hands and dissolving touch both of those corrupted Trakens.
Okay. Yeah, neither of them save. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
I want to do it as max as I can. How many can I do?
Oh god. You can do up to 76 if you'd like.
Sure, I would love to. 76 it is.
You can't do that.
I can't do that.
/R. You gotta type it.
I'm concerned because what happens when this thing doesn't have any more enemies to hit? Is it going to TPK all of us?
I don't know. 19.
She goes, I don't know.
Do I do it twice
Both of
because it's 2 enemies, Grant?
We'll just roll it all together. Brick, you've seen this before. You've seen what happens when Aerie lets their friend in.
Yep.
And you've seen them step through a portal in front of you before, and they just reach out, touch these two beings, and they disintegrate into
The fact
dust.
that you're saying lets them in, not out, not lets them out, is mildly concerning.
And you also notice that Leaf's multi-tool immediately constricts to the size of about a ring and drops into the sand. Okay, that is the
end.
being that used to be Aerie, his turn. Okay.
The artist
Next
formerly
up.
known as Aerie.
Next up is Wonder. Wonder is currently prone and probably very pissed off.
Extremely so. Wonder also has a lot of move action, which I have a number for somewhere, but not on this sheet, I think. But it kind of doesn't matter because Wonder's going to get up and immediately just sink her claws back into this thing.
You know what? Let's make this interesting. Have Wonder roll a jump check with advantage just because Wonder's so incredibly mad right now.
Nat 20.
Okay, yeah. Wonder goes from prone to jumping on this thing, and I'm going to say just tackles it immediately because I love that nat 20. Go ahead and roll some auto crits for Wonder because I think our weasel friend needs to return a little karma here.
No, it's a dog and the good. This is excellent. Blue Jersey with the
Okay.
mama with the emojis today. Love it. 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 Love it.
Wonder just has the one attack, right? No, Wonder gets 2 attacks, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. Multiple claws.
That's true. Okay. So,
All the claws.
and do both of these auto crit? Okay.
Yeah, why not? Let's do this.
So
Let's do this.
Grant's very loosey-goosey today. I like it.
There's a lot happening.
so that is what does that add up to? That adds up to 12. Double that, 24 damage.
Okay. Those of you who aren't
If I
completely
did that right.
those of you who aren't completely distracted, you just hear this awful ripping sound as Wonder just jumps on this thing, digs her claws in, and rips it in half.
Dang.
It's gone.
Nice.
No one ever piss her off. Let's make sure we get her food on time.
Always. Okay. And there are 2 corrupted Trakens left whose turn it is not. That means who's next? It is Satsi's turn. Satsi turns on a dime and goes for this one and does a leaping charge attack.
That's my girl.
Hits and expends her psionic focus as well. And does 16 points of damage to this already damaged boy. Yeah, they're very dead.
Nice.
Satsi leaps into the air and just sinks her Psyblade spear into this thing. it's very dead, and Satsi's looking very manic right now.
I need to
next up.
I need to share something with you guys because I just called Satsu my girl, which she is. Love her. And it just reminded me of my boy and how me and Grant did have a discussion in between last week and this week where I was like, thank God Artie's not here because I promised him a Class A dissection if I ever died. So we would be past the point of you guys even being able to... I would be in pieces. Thank God. He's on the ship! He's not here!
And it turns out Artie followed you the entire way. No. Okay. Brick, it is your turn now.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, you are currently face to face with not Airy.
Right. Brick is gonna impose himself between not Airy and Kai,
Okay.
and is gonna put a hand out and touch Airy. You can try and fight me on this if you would like.
Actually, Amanda,
Mm-hmm.
on your regular character sheet, make a will save.
Okay. Down.
Down.
Hooray.
Will. Down. Will. Wait, I'm sorry, it's back up.
Where?
Up. Right there.
Sorry. 5.
Oh.
Yeah, Brick, you don't even see a flicker of Airy. If anything, the being just looks you dead in the eye and grins.
So Brick is gonna grab him. Buddy. Don't do this.
I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I'm not your buddy.
Well, and so Brick is gonna fucking judo grab as an action. You cannot use your strength in a grapple contestant against me.
Actually,
Let's see how this goes.
Amanda,
Yes,
your friend can use dexterity.
I can.
Yes.
To
So,
get out of this? Is that
Roll
what-
it.
Uh-huh.
Roll a dexterity check to resist.
Using
This is terrifying.
dexterity.
+5.
This is scarier than me being dead.
+5.
By a lot.
You motherfucker.
24.
You are so. Hold on.
That's high.
Okay. All right.
So what happened? It was 24 versus
18.
Okay. So, Brick, you know for sure you've never taught Airy this move.
Yep.
Not Airy does the perfect counter. And you have no effect whatsoever. They don't, however, attempt to pin you back. They just seem to brush it aside.
Second attack. Try it again. That was roll like shit.
Oh, they're hugging.
You got
Brothers. I have to roll 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna beat you.
You know all that.
24!
She rolled 2 19s and I get a fucking 5. I don't get it.
This time, they don't pin you, but the being trips you. You have been knocked prone. And they just stand there looking down at you and smile.
Sure.
Just chuckling. Just entity things.
Totally just entity things. That's the new Tumblr blog. Instead of just girly things. Just entity things.
And now it's the Tracken's turn. There's only one left. This one starts running at Leaf, and because it's immediately a mod's turn, a mod zaps it with a lightning bolt of justice. It fails its save. Oh, Jesus. Oh my... Mod does 20 points of damage. It's dead. We are officially... No, the invisible one showed up. It's the one that... Vicky,
Yes.
you just DM'd me, I know. It's the one that Wonder took care of, I promise.
Oh, okay.
Yes. There was one that got you, and then there was one that tried to matter, agitate, wonder.
Gotcha.
We are officially out of combat order.
Oh.
Kai, what are you remembering this time?
Okay.
And this will be the last one.
That means that I'm going to combine a few of them because I have some things that need to be said. Okay, hold on. Let me find my music. Let me make you suffer. It is that one. Do, 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 do. Sorry, everybody. This is kind of a weird way to do music, but you know what? It's what worked. Okay. Beautiful. So, as I said, we're going to combine a few things. So, Maliana was talking about, like, what about you? What about you? You know? And that makes a memory trigger in Kai's brain. And it is of when she was a small child. And she is sitting on the floor in front of her father. Very imposing man. And he is sitting on his throne. She's in the throne room. And he is explaining to her what her duty is, because and Kai remembers this very clearly. She stole something from the kitchen. She was doing something naughty. She can't even remember what the thing was that she did, but she knows it was a very childish thing to do. And her father is mad at her and reminding her that she is to serve a purpose, and it is to grow up to be a leader. And anything that would, distract from that is absolutely not allowed. And she felt very not great about that. She's terrified of her father in that moment, and in many other moments. But that terror goes away because she flashes forward, and suddenly she is back actually with Dossie. And this is a very brief moment, but they're watching a movie. It's an old movie from Earth, and they're laughing. And then it flashes again, and she is shaking hands with an elf who seems to have a very complicated relationship with a psionic adept that is training him, and there
may or may not be tasers involved.
Yeah, and they're sitting down to lunch together, and then it flashes again, and she is she's on what would be considered a date when you are in the endurance program and don't have a lot of places to go, and sharing a drink with Rima that she made from some alcohol she slipped from the kitchen. And then she flashes forward again, and it's during the mission that we were recently in, where we were being invaded, and she looked up and saw Zen again and found her long-lost friend. And then, one more, she is on the Dawnbreaker about, I don't know, a few days ago, I think, at this point, when she was sitting at the bar and making drinks for her friends, and realized that in that moment, she had everything she had ever wanted. And that was very, very nice feeling. And then I think she comes out of that flashback and is sitting with Maliana again. And probably crying a little bit.
Yes. Maliana smiles and says, Good memories.
Some. Yeah.
So tell me, Kai. What do you plan on doing when you get back? 'Cause we both know you're going to go back,
I
given the option.
mean, I have to. I'm not
No,
gonna.
you don't. You absolutely do not. You do not have to do anything you do not wish to do.
Sorry, I have to adjust my microphone because my neighbors are screaming. And this is not the time. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is not the time. But it's fine. Tell me if my voice is like very uncomfortable to listen to at this distance. I mean, I know it's a
Kai, your father, well, we both know enough about him. We both know the expectations he had. Unfair ones, I might add, to ask of a child. Those do not need to be the expectations you have of yourself. Allow yourself to have some priority. Not full priority if you can't allow that, but give yourself a little bit more give yourself a little more time. And just know that you don't need anyone else back there to be proud of you. You don't need to justify leaving. You don't need to do anything like that. For what it's worth, I've been watching. You're doing a pretty good job.
I mean, you're really the only person that I would care about being proud of me, so I know we never met, but I think I would have definitely preferred you as a parental figure over the ones that I got.
Well, I will always be here. As I said, you carry me wherever you go.
I hope you don't mind that I took your name.
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm honestly quite flattered.
I want to live up to it. I mean, I know you say that I don't have anything to prove, but I do. I mean, I do to myself and to the people who, I mean, I am, I hopefully will continue to be the leader of a team that is important, and
The only thing you need to prove is that you can do better than the people who came before you. Look at me. I tried. I didn't exactly leave New Corinth in the best place, now did I?
You were murdered, so that's not, that's
Because
kind of out of your
I-
hands.
Because I jumped in before thinking. In that way, I suppose we are very similar.
Yeah. I should probably not do that anymore.
There are times when it might be useful. Just half a thought, maybe.
Half a thought instead of no thought.
It's better than no thought at all.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Again, like before, you find Maliana has moved, and you've moved too, without even knowing how. And you're standing at the door that you know leads directly to the entranceway of your old home.
Okay.
She gestures to it and says, "If you really want to go back, go through this door. And hopefully we will not have to meet again for a very long time.
Is it?
She reaches out and pulls you into a very long, warm hug.
Okay. As she hugs me, I'm probably tearing up again, and I'm like, is it the right decision?
Whatever decision.
Would they be better off without me?
Absolutely not. She whispers in your ear. And you feel your hand on the door all of a sudden. You turn the doorknob.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens next? And I'm going to kind of play with what I assume everybody would be doing. Everybody's kind of figuring out what on earth is going on over here. And you've kind of... Yes.
If there has been enough time for this to be the situation, Leaf is definitely contemplating starting CPR.
Yes.
And lamenting the fact that he did not pay very close attention when they were teaching it in mandatory training. And also the fact that he's too weak to properly break someone's ribs.
Break my ribs.
I'm going to say that maybe a few rounds worth of time have passed. Brick has stood back up, kind of having a face down with they who used to be Erebos. Satsi has come over here and is kind of just staring.
Definitely kneeling
at
over
Kai. Satsi's opposite you. Wonder's kind of just milling about, and Ahmad is just standing off to the side, almost meditating.
Leaf will also have picked back up his multi-tool.
Okay. As you're, I say probably.
Do we need the map right now?
No, actually.
Okay, let's switch. 3.
Switching in 3, 2, 1. There you go. And I'm gonna.
Right.
Yes, I'm gonna say, Leaf, as you are getting ready to start frantically trying to revive Kai, all of a sudden, your psionic sixth sense just ignites, and I mean, you can make a will save to maintain complete control if you would like, but otherwise you're just gonna jump away from this. You see Satsi immediately do that.
I mean, that's a 25.
Okay. You don't necessarily recoil, but all of a sudden you're just blinded as they who are not airy right now. Brick, you notice them take just a couple of steps backward and stare up as all of a sudden the room becomes almost daylit. And those who are watching, and I'm assuming Brick might even turn around, notice all of a sudden Kai rises into the air, takes a standing position, and as the light begins to fade, her feet touch the ground, and she opens her eyes. Kai, you're alive. You feel awful, but you're back.
I'm back, baby! That's not what I say.
Hi?
Hi.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and jump in because I have a thing.
Hold on. We pulls out a stim pack and just stabs her in the arm.
Okay.
If
Never do that again.
can I initiate this conversation?
I'm sorry.
I'm still the entity.
I know.
Okay.
I
So-
say I'm sorry to leave, and then Satsi's also next to me, right?
Yes, she's practically sobbing. You didn't know that Trakens had tear ducts? They do.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I turned to her. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
She just hugs you again.
Okay.
And she's almost squeezing the life out of you again.
Too tight. I just came back from literally death.
That's what the stim pack was for.
I lose 2 health points out of and then I'm dead again. No.
Yes. And then Kai, you turn, you see Brick kind of glancing, I guess, over his shoulder, and then on the other side, you see Airy.
Okay.
Right. So
I step
Not
back.
Brick currently has his hand like pushing Kai backwards and is just deadlocking. Look, buddy. It's okay.
What?
You can let them. Just don't hurt them.
Also, Kai, you get 9 hit points.
It's all right. Okay, take it out on me. We're good. Just leave him alone, please.
The entity looks around the room and sees that it's clear. Ah, well, it looks like the fun's over. And then I look back at you and I'm like, I'm sure I'll be able to pay you a visit again soon. And then the shrouds just disappear, and with a gasp, Airy drops to their knees as the energy crackling seems to dissipate back into his crystals.
The thing was Airy?
Huh?
Hi. Are you
I'm
good?
not.
Welcome back.
Brick
Airy's like trying to catch his breath right
grabbed
now.
him and just
Oh my
kind
god.
of
Are you
stood
good?
there
Are
for a
they
second.
good?
We're definitely going to be talking about it
I
later.
missed a lot, didn't I? Huh.
Just
I
just
guess
a
that
little
happens
bit.
when you die. Sorry about that again.
Airy would like
Just
slowly like
Don't make a habit of it. When you die, I have to fight things.
Sorry. I'm gonna
Airy would
try.
slowly like I'm sorry.
No, go!
This way. Okay. I was just going to say he would like slowly raise his head and see that you're okay and just smile warmly. Still trying to catch his breath because he has no idea what happened.
Ah.
Dang.
Is Kai standing?
Kai started standing.
Yeah, not
who knows what
anymore.
state she's
She's
yes,
on the
okay.
ground. She's kind of just fell back. She's sitting
Ah.
down. She's tired.
You
This is a
hear a jingle of glass vials in your bag.
Oh shit. Yeah. And I give it to Leaf, and I'm like, I found a thing before. I'm realizing now maybe I should have used it. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe it would kill me faster. I don't know. But you could have fun. I'm tired.
Do I recognize these? I'm curious. Can
You
I tell?
know, they look similar to the regeneration serum that you found a couple of missions ago.
You're joking.
They're a little bit of a deeper shade of red, but they look roughly the same.
Are you saying? Are you saying?
I'm
that
gonna just hold on to these.
No.
Um,
No. No. Pause. No. Are you saying that the thing that would have just resurrected me instantly was in my backpack? Grant?
Maybe.
Did you decide that that's what those things were before or after I died?
They've been that the whole time.
Are you kidding me?
Motherfucker!
They were meant to be a healing
I
item.
know!
And you threw them in your bag.
I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna count. I thought it was a trick.
Okay.
Oof.
I must be doing my job too well as a DM if you're that paranoid.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm Kai right now in real life is like
After grabbing Airy, making sure he's good, seeing Kai is good, he just grabs the two of you and just brings you guys both in.
Oh.
squish.
Oh, Brick.
It's okay, we have the regeneration things now.
I take one of the vials of regeneration serum and use it to refill one of my empty darts.
Shot boys. That's what it's called, a dart, not a shot boy.
It's pretty easy to do. It just goes right in. You have a dart filled with regeneration serum.
Nice.
Hopefully we won't need it anymore.
Yes, no more dying,
No,
please.
please, yeah.
It was very triggering.
Oh, and
It's-
Leaf. Kyle, just because I don't want to remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's 8d8.
Okay.
Wow. Well, sorry about that one, folks. And I mean that in multiple ways. This is Kai talking. Sorry about the fact that I did die. Which is something I'm still processing. I died. But also apparently I stole all of the health stuff and didn't tell anybody. So, very sorry about that. Won't do that again. Hopefully won't do the other one again either. I would like to leave. Wait, and I turned to Satsi and I'm like, did we just fully fuck everything? Did I ruin the trial? And I look at Ahmad and I'm like, did I ruin the trial? Did that count?
Ahmad shakes his head and says, everything has gone the way it should. You have survived.
The way it should.
You came in alive and you left alive.
Mm-hmm.
Or hopefully will anyway.
Yeah, we still have
We've
more
set-
rooms.
It's the button to unlock the doors.
All of a sudden, every single door in this room just goes clang, 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 and just opens.
I mean, unless you'd like to fight 2 more beasties.
I mean,
Absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely
no.
not. Absolutely
No.
not.
What
No,
have
no, 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 no.
uh,
I don't know.
No.
Okay. Then you leave. You notice Satsi's kind of kicking around some of the debris that's in there. You notice she actually comes across what looks like a large technological weapon of some kind, but she actually picks up what looks like just a long rod with a control panel out at the handle end and some sort of apparatus at the far end. And she looks at it, kind of shrugs, wipes her eyes, and puts it in her bag.
I actually am, before we leave, going to go check out the disemboweled Alician.
What?
Did you say large technological weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Big
We
boom?
seem to be collecting those.
Okay, Brick goes and checks out the large technological weapon. Leaf. It is a very, very, very disemboweled and destroyed corrupted Alician.
Yeah, because I saw it use a psionic power. And I'm curious if there's any kind of hints as to, like, based on I don't know, if it still has clothing or anything like that from before it was corrupted, or anything that would indicate any, like, where it might have come from, what kind of, just anything about it, or if it has any objects on it.
You know, the robe it's wearing looks like a very tattered and destroyed version of the robe you guys picked up when you first entered the dungeon.
I think I labeled the robes and shit.
You actually did,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I did.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna just actually. Do we have hey Kai, do you have do we have a minute?
Sure. Yeah.
I'd like to use object reading to get the history of this article of clothing.
Okay.
I meant literally a minute.
If I see you sit down to do your like thing, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm taking it. Yeah, and I'm gonna sit as well.
Okay. Remind me, what does a minute get you?
I mean, I'm gonna actually do like the whatever the 10 rounds or whatever it is I can do that gives me basically the
It's life story.
Yeah, I can use it for up to 10 minutes per level, but like oh, okay, yeah. So like for a couple of like in a couple of minutes or so, I can at least get the previous the most recent owner's race, gender, age, alignment, and how they gained and lost the object and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm not particularly interested in much past that because
Okay.
like I don't really care who sold it to them.
All right, you spend 5 minutes just getting an idea about this object's recent history. This was definitely an Alician. You actually determine they referred to themselves as a high Alician.
Okay.
They were the equivalent of a male.
Mm-hmm.
They were approximately 483 years old at the time they were corrupted. They
That's pretty
were the equivalent alignment, because we don't use alignment, but their equivalent alignment was lawful evil. And
Okay.
Confirmed.
let's see. They gained the item because they purchased it, and they lost it as soon as they were corrupted. It became something else's item. Or no. Well, actually, you can't tell. There's just some.
I was going to say,
like,
this would tell me the object's most recent owner. So if it became something else's, then I would get this information about the thing that most recently owned it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I just saw
I'm
it.
sorry. 483 years old. Their knees must have been shot.
They were doing just fine.
No, they were clawed out.
No, you realize at the very end that you were actually getting the information for the second to last owner. However, the information about the owner is just static for you.
Interesting. Okay, actually, I am going to stick around the extra minute to find out the species of whatever sold it to him.
They were also an Alician.
Okay.
They are what's called a common Alician.
Okay. And I'm not going to stick around for the rest of their demographic info.
I was muted to stream, sorry. Because my neighbors are fucking annoying. While he's doing this, can the rest of us talk amongst ourselves, I guess?
Sure. You actually, if anything, Kai, when you go to talk to everyone else, you find Brick looking at something he unearths from the sand, and McKenna, go ahead and roll me 1d6 and treat it like it's a d3.
Oh, okay. I can just roll you d3.
Oh, or a d3. That works.
Do you have
One.
a D3?
1?
No, we use it.
Oh, okay.
Virtual roller.
Like, how do they make that?
You pull this weapon out of the dust. It's got 2 handles, one on the very back that seems to have a couple of controls, and one just arched over the middle of it. And it's heavy enough you have to use both.
Like minigun style is what you're describing.
You also notice on the front of it there seems to be a turntable, and there are 5 devices that have been mounted onto it. And
Brick's got a new toy.
there's also on the left-hand side, there is a release and what looks like a very large power cell. You press any buttons. Leaf is not here to press them for you.
Hold on.
What?
I want to make sure I'm not in the way.
No, we're other way. It's pointing the other way. You're good. I will point it towards one of the I guess the cages are gone. Towards one of those pillars,
Okay.
or big stone things that were in the Coliseum.
Hi, you walk up as this thing starts whirring up, and then all of a sudden, just this blast of laser fire comes out of it.
Oh, okay.
Is it like a-
Grant, I literally just died. I walk up and I see that thing starting and I turn the fuck around. Not again. Not today. And I turn around and I go, Brick, don't be stupid.
I'm not.
Aries still chilling on the ground, but he's kind of chuckling.
So describe this for me, Grant. Is it like a cannon, like beam, or is this like minigun laser? Like what's going on?
This appears to be an alien Gatling laser.
Damn, cool.
Whoa.
It is very heavy. It weighs 17 kilograms.
The
Oh, fuck.
sigh from Lee.
I gotta get rid of something.
Or
What are
hand
you
it off spice. You don't need that.
What
Or
are you
hand it off to
carrying?
Airy.
Robes and shit.
Yeah,
Get rid of that.
get rid of the robes.
You just start pulling
So-
stuff
I
out of your
bet you guys
backpack.
could see what he labeled everything.
Stupid projector thing. Mast, which I don't remember what that is.
Of what?
I don't.
I don't know what that is either.
I have no idea.
It might be mask. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay. Yes. So, Brick, you now have a fun new toy to play with. What else is everyone doing?
I said
Well,
wanted
I wanted to discuss. I was just after he shoots that. Just like, okay, and I turn to, I don't know. I guess kind of all of you, like not Leaf, because he's focusing, but you two and Satsi and.
I mean, I can still listen and
Yeah.
stuff. I just can't do anything else of particular. Actually, I can still do stuff even. I can walk and talk and everything. I just can't use any other powers.
Okay. So I'm just talking to the group, I guess. So how, I mean, I guess this is more of a question for you. And I look at Ahmad or you, Satsi. How, was that like the end? Da 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 da. We win the puzzle. Let's leave, and like the next floor is just our prize. Or are we preparing for that again? Because I can't do that again.
Satsi kind of shuffles her feet a little bit, and Ahmad looks grave and says, "There is one more floor. This is the trial of darkness.
Well,
One must face the
listen,
darkness."
Ahmad, I'm a little frustrated right now because, and maybe it's not really at you, but I don't know who else to direct this frustration towards, because it was your little group of people that said, oh yeah, the trial of darkness, it's challenging, but don't worry, there's really there's no way that you're gonna fucking beef it. And I just died. I just full on died. And I don't want that happening to anyone else. And
Ahmad
this is just getting a little ridiculous.
Ahmad nods
trial.
slowly and says, "I have never read an account of it being quite this challenging."
So you're saying we're bad or something?
I am saying nothing of the sort.
I mean, look, it's been a little weird, right, with the little storm thing and the statue, and like, I don't think that's something that like a 12-year-old should be going through. So I don't know, something else is going on.
Well, yeah, obviously, but then why
Well, there
are
was
we
that deity at the entrance.
Oh yeah,
Excuse me?
Leaf says and goes back to studying the
Wait,
student.
I turn to him and I go, Leaf, back up. One more again. Huh?
The storm with like the deity level psionic energy crackling through it. Just me then? All right, just me.
Well, there's...
Satsi glances at you, Leaf shakes her head and points at her too.
Me and I'm just looking at Brick and I'm like, apparently we are the only two that did not notice this.
Wait, I don't remember. Did I notice this?
yeah.
Oh,
Ari noticed it because I think it was
I'm
all
too out of it
psionics.
right now. So
That's
I
fair.
don't, yeah.
Well, okay, so even more reason to... I just don't know
it normally goes like this.
I know, and that's why. And Sassy, I know that this is really important to you and everything, and I don't want to like have you not succeed in this trial and stuff like that. But I also don't want to fucking die. Like, should we like bow out of this one? I don't know. I'm just kind of rethinking things. My priorities have been realigned a little bit.
I believe instead of visiting any other locations in this place, we should reunite with the rest of the Traken pilgrimage, because there is at least strength in numbers.
I'm calling it now. They're all totally fine.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine.
I do not know what is going on, but this is beyond all experience. This does not match anything I have studied about the trial of darkness. We must reach the 4th floor, complete the trial, and move on. And even if we do not complete the trial, we must at least seek shelter with the rest of the Trakens.
I could do it. I can get behind having an army with us.
But an army means that we're gonna face something bigger, possibly.
Yeah. I just...
Besides, you've already died. How bad can it be?
God.
We all visibly cringe. All of our characters.
Satsi full on just face palms.
I turn to you and I'm like,
Too soon?
Leaf, I love you. You are one of my best friends in this world. I'm gonna slap you.
Yeah, but then I might die.
I'm where?
Yes, Lynn Jersey. Too soon. Okay.
If everyone is I am not willing to go into any other fights with us not at our best. Literally nothing less than that. So and also I'm not willing to go into any fights if all of you guys aren't on board. So opinions. I know what Leafs is already. So thank you for that, my dear. Yes.
I mean,
Brick.
I might not be like the little mind zappy, but I mean, I trust Satsi and what she wants to do. So, like, she's cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Satsi looks
first, though.
Satsi looks, for the first time since you guys have been here, Satsi looks honestly torn. She's having a very hard time making this decision on her own. But she kind of glances up at Ahmad, who nods and purposefully turns around, and Satsi pulls out the notepad and pen someone gave her earlier and writes out, "I'm scared, but I don't think we can go back by ourselves. What if there's more stuff waiting?"
That's fair.
Then we deal with it as a team. That's what we do.
Whatever else is going on, I just watched Kai come back from the dead. I think maybe a little faith is warranted here.
Do you have the zappies too?
Me?
Talking about
Yeah.
psionic.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I just had a really traumatic experience with a woman who my father murdered. It was really fun.
I want to hear
What?
more about that, but this does
Yeah.
not seem the place.
It's not the time. It's not the place. I'm sure we'll talk about it later, because I don't think it's something I will ever be able to forget. So,
Satsi taps you on the arm. Kai reaches into her bag and scribbles out really quick. I found this earlier, and I was going to give it to you later, but it might help. And she hands you just this little ball. And it's got a couple of buttons, and she draws out the symbols on the buttons, and one says, fight for me. One says, defend me. And the other says, support who I indicate. And she hands you the piece of paper that she wrote those instructions on. And they are identical to the symbols that are on the device.
Do you want to hold on to this?
She shakes her head and points specifically at the defend me one, emphatically.
Okay.
You press the button.
Sure.
You press the button, and immediately this little sphere hops out of your hand, begins hovering, and around it forms one of those hard light sprites. It looks at you, seems to take you in, and then turns and hovers next to you before transforming into what appears to be a wall of light next to you.
Well, this is cool.
I punch it.
It does not move.
I look at, he punches it, and I like wince, and then I look back at where Brick was, and I'm like, oh.
This is really exciting. There's something I desperately want to try.
I would love if you, do you say that in the game?
Yes.
Okay. I fully support that, and we're not going to do it right now, Leaf.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I just
Vicky,
don't want you to
you can
miss.
add.
I'm not going to hit anything.
So Vicky, you can add a mobile battle sprite to your to your inventory.
Let's go.
And it has those three modes, which is essentially attack, defend, or defend someone I tell you to.
Cool. Very cool. Puppy.
And just because we're kind of coming up on the end of stream here.
Yes.
I just want to check because there is one scene potentially that we can do real quick and end there. Are you guys going to go meet back up with the Trakens for the added security of having people who know what the hell they're doing down here?
Yeah. I think Kai's gonna make that call based on the fact that everyone else wants to continue. The only way she's going to continue is if we have a larger group. So to the fourth floor question mark?
Yeah, you actually managed to walk back down the halls without any issue.
Shocking.
You walk down the staircase, and you're pretty sure you hear just some mild tonal humming in the background. And as you
It's culty.
step a little bit, almost meditative.
Okay. Well, culty.
And as you step off of the stairway, you see down a hall what appears to be almost shadowy daylight, and you see the figures of the Trakens at the end of the hallway. Kind of, it looks like the younger, smaller ones are all sitting meditatively cross-legged, and the older ones are standing behind them, just vibing. And as you walk up, Paladin Ekin, who you haven't seen since entering this place, turns around and just takes you all in and sees just how beat up everyone except Leaf is. Well, actually, except Ahmad. Leaf probably has a mark on him.
None whatsoever, actually.
Insane.
Okay, cool.
Insane.
And
Leaf is literally at full health right now.
Which, like, I guess is the point, right? Because if Leaf
I
gets
was
one
coordinated
hit,
most of that combat.
yeah, that's true.
So, Ekin walks up to you and says, What happened to you?
It's a long story.
It's been a little rough. How are you folks?
We Did you encounter combat? He looks
That
genuinely...
cannot be a question you're asking me right now. Are you serious?
He looks genuinely surprised, shocked, and concerned.
No, stop. This is not a place where you fight everything in this.
No, this is not. At least not.
What?
Not while leaving looking, and he just kind of glances at those of you who are looking just awful, not looking like that.
Oh, trust me, I was looking worse.
Yeah, she was dead.
The other paladin Shiva walks up and just...
I was about to say, Leaf makes just sustained eye contact with Paladin Shinra as this conversation's happening, just watching their reactions.
Is this a joke? Is this some sick way to make it harder on Satsi because we're not part of your little gang or something? What is going on here? What?
It absolutely is not. And as you hear Paladin Ekin say that, you feel the floor begin to shake. Whoops, that's the wrong button. You begin to feel the floor shake. And you actually hear some of the initiates in the other room just kind of break their silence and go along the lines of, ah! And all of a sudden, the light in the other room goes out. And then one after another, as you watch, torch after torch after torch after torch after torch around the perimeter of this room light with blue flame. And Paladin Ekin turns around and takes a step back toward you. Paladin Shimbra narrows her eyes, turns around, and immediately materializes a Psyblade in the same shape as Satsi's, a spear. And you hear in the background,
Leaf claps and lights up the room with a lot of light, actually, because I'm level 8 now. It's a lot of light, like a really, really large amount of light.
Okay. You just hear a voice say, "Oh, how adorable." And what's Kai gonna say?
I slap Ekin on the back with like a little like that, and I'm like, get ready to see what the fuck our day's been like.
And that's where we'll end it.
Oh my god. All right, thank you. Now I have to do a wrap up. That was incredible. That was so fun. We'll never have a better episode than that. Just kidding. We'll have a better episode every week because every week is getting better. Look at this song.
Well, it was really good.
This was very fun. Grant, thank you so much for weaving such an incredible story. Also for not murdering me, but having a lot of fun and giving my character even more trauma. I love
it's
that.
Okay. I felt Lynn Jersey's eyes on me the entire time, daring me to even do it. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. The intimidation is real.
The dog is licking the microphone. That is the best thing in the world.
He's contributing.
Yes. What a good one.
It's a boy.
Thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you to, again, Grant for weaving an incredible story, and then Amanda McKenna and Kyle for being such amazing party mates. In what almost was my last moments on this mortal plane. And as far as the rest of the week goes, it's over. It's Thursday. So next week we are going to be back. Monday, me and Ada will be here for Amateur Astronomy. Wednesday, Astronomy News with me and Michael. And Thursday, more D&D in space. Because we gotta see what happens now. I want to get the fuck out of here. Wow. And yeah, I think that's about it. Follow if you're new here. Subscribe if you feel so inclined. Lynn Jersey, thank you for providing all the comedic relief.
Emotional report or support.
Emotional support.
Emotional support.
Incredible. Grant is scaring me, is what she says. Fair. Me too. Anyway, and I think on that note, we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.